6:02 is the time right now. Thousands of protesters worldwide are set to take to the streets today to mark May Day or International Workers' Day. Now, it dates back to the 1880s when American unions pushed for better workplace conditions. Since then, it's grown into a global movement. Now, this is new video coming into our newsroom from overnight showing massive crowds marching in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Similar energy is expected here in D.C. later today. And our Jess Arnold live at Franklin Park in Northwest D.C. with the story. Jess, good morning to you. We know the protesters are set to gather there in just a few hours.
Good morning, Wisdom. Yeah, that's right. Starting here at Franklin Park at noon before they then march to Lafayette Square in front of the White House. They're demanding, rights and protections for workers, justice, as well as support. And one of the workers that will be in the spotlight here today is Kilmar Abrego Garcia, that Maryland father of 3 who was mistakenly deported.
This morning, new developments in the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. A judge is now requiring 4 Trump officials to testify by May 9th. Abrego Garcia has been in 2 different prisons since he was deported in March. President Trump has repeatedly changed his position on bringing him back from El Salvador. At first, he said he had no power to bring him back. A few days ago, he said he could if he wanted, but he won't. Yesterday, he changed his tune again.
I really leave that to the lawyers, and I take my advice from Pam and everybody that is very much involved. They know the laws, and we follow the laws exactly.
Abrego Garcia's lawyer blasting the federal government overnight.
The government has been talking out of both sides of their mouth pretty much since the beginning of this case. They say one thing in the press, they say another thing in court filings. This is just another example. I find President Trump entirely credible when he says that he could get Kilmar Abrego back with 1 phone call. Later in that same interview, he said that there were lawyers of his who were advising him not to make that phone call. We don't know who those people are, but we're going to find out.
His lawyer says they expect more internal documents soon under the court's order. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security shared documents yesterday showing that Abrego Garcia's wife filed another protective order against him in 2020 after a fight. She also rescinded that petition and has objected to the government releasing these documents, saying their personal issues do not justify her husband's wrongful deportation.
Now, we do expect to hear from Kilmar Abrego Garcia's family at this rally that, again, begins here at Franklin Park at noon. And then later today, there's another demonstration for May Day on Freedom Plaza, and that one starts at 5 p.m.